Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that. Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
See, when you're in top shape, you give a straight 400, 500 straight punches. You don't even got to.
I don't care.
Fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
Of the money issue, that was their cash cow, and
but hell, you could have been their cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that.
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be...
At the peak of his dominance, Terence Crawford has put an end to all speculation and quiet debates by making his intentions boldly and unmistakably clear during a live broadcast.
Nobody passed the torch to Terence Crawford.
He took it.
Terence Crawford, at the absolute apex of his power, is done with whispers and debates. He has made his intentions terrifyingly clear on a live broadcast.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Who's beating me? You think I would tell you? He ain't fighting anymore.
I'm not worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
Is Floyd better than you? You were there talking to. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis. You knew I was gonna pull up. Okay, that's a no. That's a no. Floyd's not better than you.
This isn't just a call out. It's a clear promise. And Terence Crawford has the record to prove it, having taken apart top champions and shown he's fully prepared for a true career-defining super fight. Not the kind of celebrity-style exhibitions often linked with Floyd Mayweather Jr., and in his mind, there's nothing left to debate.
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah. They pay you a lot of money probably for taking a risk. And some older fighters want to test themselves and see if they still got it. And it's a business. Everybody know what we doing it for. Right. We like pit bulls. You see a pit bull.
This has turned into a fight for ultimate respect, and he's fully prepared to seize the crown by force.
When you look at my career, I paved my own way. I didn't piggyback off of any fighter. I fought my way up to the top. When you look at, any fighter, from Floyd Mayweather to any of them, when Floyd fought De La Hoya, that was a whole big thing. Floyd was the B-side, and, he beat De La Hoya, and then he started.
Terence Crawford's recent domination of Canelo Alvarez was more than just a victory as he entered the ring as the challenger and left proving himself a master who had taken control of another division, delivering a sharp, controlled, and powerful performance that showed true boxing skill and left fans around the world stunned.
We're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot. Getting in. Let's get it. One of the greats, do what we gotta do.
The most intense moment didn't come from a punch. It came afterward when a defeated Canelo Alvarez sat at the press conference, the room going completely quiet as he said something shocking in a single sentence, daring to question the once untouchable Terence Crawford.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford-Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever, and it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like pit-patting him, and then like, what? And you're watching, like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
greatest of all time, and do what you did.
The moment sparked instant debate with fans, analysts, and fighters all jumping in as social media turned into a battlefield of opinions. questioning whether Terence Crawford's aggressive, switch-hitting style is truly better than the defensive brilliance of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
At one particular time, I did talk about, I did say Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Now, but what are we rating these fighters on? What are we rating these fighters on?
Floyd Mayweather's eyeball test.
That works.
You're eyeballing these guys. You watch Terence Crawford. You know why he has his problem getting
this. Bold statement quickly reached Floyd Mayweather Jr., the man long known for perfection. But his first response came across as surprisingly calm and controlled.
Never disabused himself of the understanding that he was more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So
when Floyd Mayweather Jr. was asked about the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, he gave a brief and dismissive response, saying it was good for boxing, exciting to watch, and that the better man won, while avoiding deeper questions about Canelo's age at 35 by casually noting that boxing takes a lot out of the body. A typical move from Mayweather, as he kept control of the conversation by acting like he was above the debate.
One thing about me, I've heard it all. When I say heard it all, I mean been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best. No matter Mexico, the pedigree of the Mexico boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best. My Uncle Roger Mayweather, you talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, he's an unbelievable fighter. My Uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best. So Saturday.
Even after retiring from professional boxing in 2017, Floyd Mayweather Jr. still feels like a constant presence in the sport, as if he never truly left.
But is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it right, the best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough. Floyd's not a bad man. But
his name never leaves the spotlight. Whether it's talk of a big exhibition fight with a legend like Mike Tyson, news of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, or a public appearance that sparks fresh rumors, Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to stay relevant, like a figure who's no longer active but still casts a powerful shadow over the boxing world.
Him in the way that he's attacked, gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years. But no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights. And he was Errol Spence. We realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who.
Beneath this calm and controlled image, the constant comparisons to Terence Crawford appear to hit a nerve for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and behind the scenes. a much more intense and explosive situation was starting to take shape.
5 boxers of all time. There's no disrespect to Floyd. I love Floyd. No, I feel like, how am I gonna put down a person as the greatest person in the world that I competed against and felt that the world felt that if anything, it could have been a loss. I mean, he knew going toe to toe with me early was career suicide. He like, I'm not going toe to toe with this. Floyd's not on my list.
Okay, so had you not fought Floyd,
I'm pretty sure I'm not on his list either. I'm pretty sure, right? But I'm just saying, like, as I'm a kid from boxing, I came in the same era with Floyd, so he wouldn't be my idol. The people that I name are legends. These are people that I idolize, that paved the way for myself. Mike Tyson's career was phenomenal. Pernell Whitaker's career was phenomenal. Marvin Hagler's career was phenomenal. Sugar Ray Robinson's career is, come on, man. Like, yeah.
Tom quickly disappeared when rumors started spreading online about alleged leaked sparring footage between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. with unclear details, but a strong suggestion that the two had once faced each other in private sessions, far from the public eye.
Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. How am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat? I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny, a guy who's never laced up gloves a day in his life. We already know what I can generate, and we already know who's the...
Things quickly intensified when reports suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr., feeling the weight of growing public debate, responded with a strong private statement that soon became public, turning what started as fan discussion into something deeply personal.
Beat down or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford put together. Terence knows the language of the street as well as any other fighter. It's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what
What makes this even more powerful is the inner conflict within Terence Crawford, as he has repeatedly called Floyd Mayweather Jr. the greatest of all time and openly credited him for paving the path. But at the same time, Terence Crawford has made it clear he's frustrated by the constant pressure from fans and media, pushing him to tear down Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Crawford on his, have his best performance that he has ever had, versus Canelo. So it's like, whenever you try to compare Floyd's performance versus Crawford's performance, me personally, I believe that Crawford did a lot more. But if they both were to fight each other, if you would have put Floyd in his prime versus Crawford in his prime, who would y'all pick? For me personally, it would be so hard because I feel like they fight very similar but very different.
It was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I already knew it was going to happen. But I thought he was going to stop him in the 8th or 10th round. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Once again, man, what is it about the guy? What is it about Terence? Every time somebody thinks that he's reached a plateau, he steps it up higher. As soon as the ante goes up, as soon as the challenge goes up, he goes up.